Hi Angel, welcome back to another video. My name is Amira and I teach women femininity and queen consciousness. In this video, I want to share with you 10 tips on how you can establish boundaries in your life. So firstly, it's important to understand that boundaries is necessary. It doesn't matter who the relationship you are having with. It can be your family, your friends, people you work with, your spouse, your girlfriend, whoever it is. You need boundaries. Boundaries is there to protect your energy, to protect your well-being, just as you would put burglar bars on your windows so that you don't get burglars breaking into your house. You want to protect your house, so too you're going to protect your energy with boundaries. Protect your personal space, protect your well-being, your peace of mind. All of these things contribute to a healthy person, a healthy human being. So you need to protect your energy and your life with boundaries. So the first step I have for you is never make someone else comfortable at the expense of your happiness or at the expense of your needs. Now this is extremely important because a lot of us, what we do is we people please, we please others. Okay, we make them comfortable even if it means our needs are not being met or our happiness is being put aside just to make them happy. Okay, this is something we should avoid. If you want to have a healthy boundary in your life, begin with this one. Be mindful when you are doing things. Are you doing it at the expense of your needs and at the expense of your happiness? If so, this is a boundary you need to establish in your life. The next thing you need to know about boundaries is that speaking your truth is not necessarily unkind or unloving, okay? Your truth is your truth. And if you have to express it or if you have to speak it to anyone, that doesn't make you a bad person. It doesn't make you unkind. It doesn't make you less loving. It doesn't make you a bad person. It just means that you are being courageous enough to stand up for what you believe in, to stand up for your truth. And that should be celebrated, okay? Don't allow others to make you feel less than because of your truth and what you believe in. The next thing is very important, and that is you need to know and remember that you are not responsible for the feelings of other people. You have your own self to worry about and they have their own self to worry about. Other people's feelings is not your business, your priority, your problem to fix. It is not your place to make someone else happy or to make them feel joyful or whatever it is that they are expecting of you. You need to make your own self happy, your own self joyful, your own self whatever you want to feel, okay? Making other people feel a certain emotion or a certain thing, especially happiness, making other people happy is not your problem. It's not your thing to deal with. Okay, so be mindful of that. You are not here to make other people happy. You are here to make yourself happy. Your feelings are what matters to you, and their feelings are their own problem. Okay, so don't feel obligated to make other people happy. The next thing about boundaries is that if you don't stand up for yourself, no one else will. And this is the thing, once you allow things, it becomes normal. If you allow people to treat you in a certain way, they will continue to treat you that way because you allow it, okay? We permit what we promote. So if we are allowing people to hurt us, to speak down to us, to be negative towards us, if we are allowing that, they will just continue to do that because in their mind, we are accepting this behavior. We are tolerating this behavior. So if we are allowing it, they're just going to continue to do more of it, okay? A lot of us don't want to put up boundaries in our life because we feel entitled to allow other people to just come into our lives and do as they please. However, boundaries are very important because not everyone is authorized to be in your life, if I can put it to you that way. Some people are in your life for a reason, and some people are in your life just for a season. Okay, so by putting up boundaries, you will be able to weed out all the people who are not authorized to be in your life. Because what will happen is this: you will put up a boundary, and the people that have an issue with that boundary are the people who benefited from you not having any boundaries at all. And that should give you a little insight as to, is this person right for me? Should this person be in my life? Is this person perhaps a little toxic? You should be questioning those questions and getting to the bottom of that, because you don't want to surround yourself with toxic people. And if people have issues and problems with your boundaries, they are probably toxic for you. The next thing is naming your limits and consequences. Now, this is the classic way of how to set a boundary. You name your limits and consequences. So, for example, your limit could be, I do not drink alcohol or whatever. Okay. And if somebody is imposing alcohol on you, here you go, drink this alcohol, we are out, have a good time, whatever. That is your boundary. The boundary is, I do not drink alcohol. And if you're going to force me, if you're going to keep pushing it down my throat, so to speak, I will not be going out with you anymore. Okay? So there's the boundary, there's the limit, and there's the consequence. The limit is, I do not drink alcohol if I go out. The consequence is, if you keep nagging me to drink alcohol while we are out, I will not go out with you anymore. Okay? Boundary or limit and consequence. And then you need to follow through. So if the person oversteps your limits and your boundaries, again, you need to follow through with the consequence. Because if you don't follow through, they will keep doing that behavior, and they will continue to do the things that you're not wanting them to do, because you don't follow through on your consequences. The next thing is communicating your boundaries clearly. So making sure the person you are communicating your boundary with understands your boundary clearly. So use language that they can understand. Do not use ambiguous words. Don't make it ambiguous. Don't make it difficult to understand. Don't leave any gray areas when communicating your boundaries to the people you need to understand. Okay, so like I used the previous example, if you're going out with your buddies or your friends or your girls or whatever, and they say to you, I want you to drink and we're gonna have a good time, and your boundary is, I do not drink alcohol, then you need to make sure they understand that boundary clearly. There shouldn't be any blurred lines. So it shouldn't be, oh, maybe I'll drink, next time, or I'm not really feeling up to it today. No, your boundary is, I do not drink alcohol. I do not drink alcohol. That's it. It's that simple. I don't drink now. I don't drink tomorrow. I don't drink next time. I don't not drink because I'm not feeling up to it. I just don't drink alcohol. Okay, so that is the boundary. Stop forcing it upon me, whatever it is. Okay. The next thing is to be self-aware and tune into your feelings. Now, your feelings will reveal a lot about what you should and shouldn't allow. Because if you are feeling nervous, anxious, uneasy, if you are just feeling not in a good sense, space of mind or state of emotion, then that should be an indicator for you as to, should I have a boundary around this situation? Sometimes we surround ourselves with toxic people, and they have a way of making us feel uneasy, anxious, all of these things. So you should tune into your feelings. If you are feeling a certain way, you should take that as an indicator as to, I should maybe put up a boundary in this area of my life. For example, if you are uncomfortable speaking about certain things to people, and they keep bringing it up, and you're feeling a certain way about it, you should make that a boundary. For example, if you're perhaps sitting with your family and they keep bringing up a relationship, why are you in this relationship, or why are you not in a relationship? Or maybe they bring up finances. They want to know what your finances are looking like, or whatever it is. If that is something you are not comfortable speaking about, which it is, by the way, you should not speak about relationships and finances to anyone. I digress. If they are bringing up a topic that makes you feel uncomfortable, you should put up a boundary in that area. Because if you are feeling uncomfortable, your feelings are telling you, listen, this is something I don't want to be doing. boundary. Okay, and then you communicate your boundaries clearly. Listen, guys, girls, mom, dad, brother, sister, whoever, I am not comfortable sharing my finances with you, or my relationship status with you, information, whatever, and I would appreciate it if you do not bring it up anymore. If you do continue to bring it up, I will just be silent and ignore you for the rest of the conversation. Boundary and consequence. Or I will no longer come to lunch or to dinner with you. Consequence. Whatever your consequence is, make sure you stick to it. The next thing is boundaries take practice and courage. Now, as we grow up, we don't have boundaries. We just allow things. And we just allow things based on what we see and what we think is normal because of what we are noticing around us and noticing the people around us are doing. Okay. And, especially we as women, we talk too much. Okay. We as women, we talk too much. We share too much. We allow other people too much insight into our lives. We allow other people too much insight and access into our lives. Okay, and we need to stop that. And we need to put up boundaries as we get older to protect our energy, to protect our lives, okay, to protect our privacy and our mystery. So it takes a lot of practice. It takes a lot of practice for you to put up boundaries and to stick to it. And it takes a lot of courage, because it's not easy to stand up to your mom or your dad or anyone who has been used to just having access to your life and doing and saying what they want, to actually say to them, I'm not comfortable with this. Can you please, mind your own business in a nice way? It takes a lot of courage. So practice and courage. But you know what? At the end of the day, it's important, because like I said, you will protect everything else in your life, your house, your car, your jewelry, whatever. You protect these things, but you don't protect your own energy. You don't protect your own life, okay, from toxic people and toxic dynamics and just negative situations. So it is important, okay, practice and courage. And lastly is boundaries are for everyone, not just for relationship purposes or for family purposes. Boundaries are for every single person you are in contact with in your life, or every person that has access to you. There should be a boundary. Now, some people will know just by you remaining silent, that there is a certain boundary I do not cross. Other people need a little more words to understand that you are not comfortable or that you need a boundary in place. But boundaries are for everyone, for your mom, for your dad, for your siblings, for your family members, for the people you work with, for your husband, for your wife, for your neighbors. Boundaries are for everyone. Don't ever feel that you cannot put a boundary up in your life, not against, but towards a certain person. You can put a boundary up for anyone, for any reason you feel you want to. You don't need to justify to anyone. You don't need to ask anyone's permission. You do it because it feels right for you. Okay, so thank you, my beautiful angels, for watching this video. Find and follow me on social media. Also give me a like if you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time. Bye.